What's going on YouTube, Roxas, the Torterra, and today we are bringing you another Pokemon Sun and Moon info video. So today, as you guys already know, that they released new information about Pokemon Sun and Moon. It was sick. They had a nice trailer, beautiful trailer, screenshots and whatnot people have been taking, and oh my god, like the legendaries look so amazing, and the typings are even more amazing, and it's very surprising, actually, very surprising. I for one could not expect their typings to be so like just very I guess really just different. I wouldn't have expected it to be so very unique. It's very unique to legendary typings. Like, they're both dual types, and it's just so friggin' interesting. Going back to our video, I believe that I uploaded with talking about the Sun and Moon legendaries, Solgaleo and Lunala are their names, and so those names that were copyrighted and patented and all this nonsense what Nintendo did from what Game Freak did from beforehand and whatnot, and Nintendo, they were true. They were true to those names. They kept those names, not like the whole thing with the Delta Emerald game for Omega Ruby and Sapphire series. It was actually wind up being the Delta episode. So in this scenario, this is actually the names that they reserved are actually for these two Pokemon, as we expected. Like, in terms of auras, people thought it was going to be a Delta Emerald game, but it was actually just the episode for the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire game, if you guys didn't know. But, moving along with this, the legendary Pokemon that hold the key to adventure. Solgaleo and Lunala hold a vital key to your adventures in Pokemon Sun and Moon. These two Pokemon are legendary Pokemon, and they play a crucial role in the story, but their place in the world is still wrapped in mystery. Oh my god, this is kind of mysterious and very interesting at the same time. I mean, I know they're gonna play a crucial role because they are the legendaries. They have something to do with the story all the time. When there's legendaries in the game, they always have something to do with the game. Like, they're a major plot point of the game. Like, they have an effect on the story that you're playing. So, will this have to do with like morning and night, or something more than that? Will it be like something going on with the stars, something going on with the galaxy, something going on with the maybe some sort of planetary shift? Maybe one of the Pokemon are trying to plummet maybe one is trying to plummet the world into darkness, maybe one is trying to plummet the world into light, just a constant light and constant darkness. I don't know, maybe that's too deep for Pokemon too. I could say that, or say philosophical, but not really, because Diamond, Pearl and Platinum were very philosophical in its own way. Like, the characters near the end, it was a child's game. It was supposedly it's a child's game, but you know what I mean by that. Like, if you guys played through Platinum and Diamond and Pearl, that game was interesting. Like, Cyrus's plot point in the game was really interesting. His character itself was interesting. Even in Pokemon Black and White, the doubt of Team Plasma, that whole game was very interesting. Like, how Team Plasma was supposed to liberate Pokemon from people, but yet they're capturing Pokemon at the same time. Very interesting storyline and end story, and the whole legend behind Truth and Ideals with dealing with Reshiram and Zekrom. All interesting, all very interesting. So we're gonna check on Solgaleo. We're gonna see his typing, or its typing rather, because you know legendaries don't usually have genders all the time. So Solgaleo, the category is Sunny, or just Sun, I guess you would. Soon or Sun? Probably Sun Pokemon. How they spell it is funny. Sun, and its height is 11. Is it 11 feet 2 inches? Oh my lord! It sounds tall, but when you think about it, no, it actually is pretty tall. Weight is 507.1 pounds, while the typing is Psychic and Steel, with the ability in full metal body. So I was having a talk about this with Lux, and Lux is one of my friends that I've known for like a long time, but we were talking about it on today actually, and he was just like, what the heck? I wasn't expecting it to be Psychic and Steel. I was thinking it to be straight fire. Now, I was thinking it to be straight fire as well because of the complex of its art and whatnot, the whole art, the concept, and just the way how it's built. It looks like a straight up fire type. Now when you take a really good glance at it, it looks kind of mechanical in a sense, like with its feet, like it could be steel typing, but you couldn't really gather that from just by looking at it. It looks so amazing. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful Pokemon. But Solgaleo is a very interesting, just to be Psychic and Steel. He also said he didn't like the fact that it just I didn't like the fact either that they did that with the typing with Psychic and Steel, only because it's Full Metal Body ability. When we watched the trailer, it showed a Salamence, I think, using Intimidate. Also, shout out to the new layout when you battle. It looks amazing. And Solgaleo looks at Salamence just like, what are you doing? I'm gonna like not take any stat reduction. So I'm like, he's like, I wish they could have just stuck to it and just said it was friggin' Claire Body. He's like, they basically made a legendary Metagross, basically, in a sense, because it's a Psychic and Steel, and on top of that, its Full Metal Body is basically Claire Body. So it's really interesting. But I was saying maybe there's something more to Full Metal Body. Maybe it's not only that. Maybe there's something more to it. We'll see when the game comes out, and we'll see further down the line what's going on with the abilities. So hopefully maybe there's something more to it. I hope there is. Or maybe there's a different form. I was telling you. Maybe there's a different form when you use a certain move. You swap forms around, and maybe Full Metal Body will actually increase the stat reduction. Instead of getting stat reduction, you'll increase those stats. Like if someone intimidates, you get an increase in attack. Or if someone uses what's that move? Something tears? Cry? I forgot the name of that move. It's something with tears. I know it's Baby Doll Eyes and something tears. But like say something used Baby Doll Eyes, you'll increase your attack instead of decrease your attack. Stuff like that. And like anything similar to that notion, you know what I mean, etc. Everything will be increased instead of decreased. So we're gonna read the lore or the entry. Funny thing, also they're calling them legendaries again. They're calling the legendary Pokemon legendaries. I thought they were mythical. I wonder if they went back to the old ways. They should stick with the legendary. I don't know why mythical started to be a thing. Anyway, since ancient times, Solgaleo has been honored as an emissary of the sun. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that devours the sun. Solgaleo's body holds a vast amount of energy and it shines with light when it's active. It has a flowing mane with a remarkable resemblance to the sun. Its signature move is Sunsteel Strike, an attack that charges an opponent with the force of a meteor, disregarding the target's ability. Oh my god, that's powerful. Solgaleo's ability is Full Metal Body, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Full Metal Body ability, a Pokemon's stats will not be lowered by the effect of an opponent's moves or ability. So it's literally at this point Claire Body, as Lux said. So like that's quite disheartening. But what's very interesting about its move, Sunsteel Strike, an attack that charges an opponent with the force of a meteor, disregarding the target's ability. So it doesn't matter what your ability is. So ooh, so that can jump over Shed Ninja, it sounds like. Ooh, things are getting interesting here. Things are getting very, very interesting here. So I guess from this point on, I'm thinking about Solgaleo now. I'm just like, it's the point that's interesting is that move. It's really interesting. I guess that can bypass certain things like Wonder Guard and such. That leaves room to be digested a little bit more. Like it makes me think now because of the move. Not really so much the ability, but the move. So it can bypass things like, I wonder if it can bypass things like Marble Scale, Multi-Scale. Oh, that'll be a good. I wonder if anything else will get the ability, but it says it's the first to have its ability, or it's the only one to have the ability at the moment. So I would hope another Mon gets it. That'll be sick. Next up we have oh my god, I'm sorry to say, but it's my favorite legendary at the moment because Lunala, well, not my favorite legendary in general, but versus these two new games, Lunala is my pick because I'm already deep into Pokemon Moon. Like I really want Pokemon Moon right now. I love the whole idea of the bat being legendary. I actually wanted a wolf to be the legendary at first, but then I saw the icon. I was like, that's a crescent. It could be referring to the moon as a crescent moon, but that's gonna be a bat. So we have Lunala, the moon Pokemon. It is, oh my god, the height is 13 feet and 11 inches, while it's weighing 264.6 pounds. Oh my god, and look at that. Look at that powerful bat. And we have Psychic and Ghost typing. This one blew me for a mile as well. This blew me. Like, I didn't know. This blew me away. Like, I couldn't even figure out that it was going to be Psychic Ghost. I knew it was going to be, I felt like it was going to be part Psychic a bit, only because of that third eye that it showed off in the trailer before. And it also has a ability called Shadow Shield. This is a very interesting mon. Look at the whole friggin' body. Look at the art, the design. Like, it looks almost like when it spreads its wings and it uses its move, it looks like it's a galaxy within it, like up. But judging by their key roles in this game is going to be really interesting because they're talking about the crucial roles that they might have on it. I'm really absorbed by the fact that it's Sun and Moon. You know, like, it's gonna be really interesting. It's not like the other Pokemon games. It's gonna be a little bit different. My mom has a problem with these games because she always goes, "It's the same damn thing. It's this and that. It's just it's just. I don't care what colors. I don't care what seasons. I don't care. I don't care what shebang it is. It's all the same thing at the end of the goddamn day," she says. But I'm just here, just like, they're different. You're on a journey in different regions. In a sense, when you rip it apart, it's almost the same thing with just different characters, different data bits, just. Everything just looks different, and I think that's the appeal to Pokemon games, traditional Pokemon games. When you go get your 8 badges, you go through the game, you go fight the Pokemon League. You go, oh my God, I'm thinking about the Pokemon League, the Elite Four, the gym leaders. Oh, this game is gonna be sick. I cannot wait. It's like so amazing that when you really just break it apart as a traditional Pokemon game, you see as how many things are gonna be doing in this game. You're gonna be catching Pokemon. You're gonna be getting maybe a bike. Yeah, I'm gonna look up that thing. I talked about it in the other video with the Rotom. I talked about something called looking like a water bike. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like in a few seconds. But I'm gonna throw the legendary video at you guys, the legendary trailer, I think, again, and just show it off again because their moves look more in depth now. Like, it's not just shown real quick. It is pretty much shown real quick, but I mean, in terms of the depthness of it, it's a little bit more in depth now. You can see it fight a Pokemon and whatnot and all this nonsense. Anyway, let's get into the lore, or should I say the Pokedex entry for this legendary Lunala. Since ancient times, Lunala has been honored as an emissary of the moon. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that calls the moon. Lunala is constantly absorbing light and converting it into energy. With its wings spread to absorb the surrounding light and glittering like a crescent moon, it resembles a beautiful night sky. Lunala's signature Moongeist, Moongeist, I think it says, Moongeist beam. Attack releases an ominous beam of light that disregards the target's ability. Lunala's ability is Shadow Shield, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Shadow Shield ability, a Pokemon will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP. So in a sense, as Lux said as well in that scenario, is that this is almost like a ripped version. It's like a stripped version of hold on. It's a stripped version of, I think, thinking of competitively, let me think about it. Marvel Scale, because no, not Marvel Scale, Multi-Scale. Marvel Scale is something that Milo gets. Multi-Scale is commonly seen on Dragonite, and it usually you take damage. You take less damage while having more HP. So people usually use Dragonite with Multi-Scale, and they Dragon Dance, and you use Ice Beam, and the Dragonite eats it up. And you're just like, no way, how to eat it up? Oh wait, it gets Multi-Scale. And you're like, damn, I should have known. But yeah, in dealing with Pokemon that use that type of ability, I normally would use a move. Oh, Dragonite is the worst because Dragonite normally has a D-Dance setup, and when you hit it with a Ice Beam, it usually pops off its weakness policy, guaranteeing a Dragonite +3 attack, I believe, and it's +3 attack and +1 speed already because you already have your Dragonite setup, and a +2 special attack. Not that it's really needed, but the point where you see the weakness policy go off is just like ridiculous because you don't knock out the Dragonite and it just gets a whole bunch of stat boosts, and it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous set, but it's so amazing. But commonly you don't use it. You don't go for when I play competitively, I don't go for a super effective move because I know the risk of the multi-scale with the weakness policy is a thing. So I'd probably go for like a move that's like Will-O-Wisp or an attack that's not super effective, knock them out of multi-scale, and then go for a super effective move that's ×4, like Ice Punch or Ice Beam or Ice Shard or something like that, hoping to OHKO from that. Well, not really one shot, but you know what I mean, because you broke the multi-scale. You always aim to break the multi-scale before you actually hit the Pokemon with the super effective move, because that D-Dance will definitely be set up, and if you use an Ice type move, then it'll go spiraling down from there. So Lunala might be another one that can do something similar to that. Like, it'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna since it's psychic and goes, oh, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna throw a Shadow Ball at Lunala, and then with its Shadow Shield ability, it'll just eat it, and then just be like, oh, thanks. and then get a weakness policy boost off. And who the heck knows if this thing gets Geomancy like Xerneas. So that'll be really interesting to see. I love Lunala. I don't know why I love this Pokemon so much, but it looks so beautiful. I've seen people on Twitter drawing fan art of it, photoshopping arts, making their own art of it, and she looks. I think it's a female, but it's a male. It's not a male or a female. It's just nothing. It's just genderless, but it's a beautiful Pokemon. It's so freaking beautiful. Look at the wings, and it even says in its Pokedex description that it spreads its wings, and when it releases its ominous beam of light, it disregards the target's ability as well as Solgaleo's attack. So Lunala and Solgaleo's moves disregard anything because they're like deities almost in a sense. They're emissaries of the sun and moon. So they disregard everything that tries to get in their way. So like you just come out of nowhere, just be like, oh, you know what? I have Wonder Guard. Oh, get one-shotted. I have multi-scale. I'll be able to eat up a hit. I'll be able to eat up a bop. Just no. We disregard your skill completely. We disregard your ability completely, which is really amazing to me. Like I'm really digging this game and what they're doing with it. So we're gonna actually get up into a trailer real quick. We're showing off these two moves, so we're gonna be there right in a sec. So as you guys saw the crazy power from Solgaleo and Lunala. That was insane. Like those animations increased so much. Like compared to what they showed in the last trailer, where we saw Lunala's wings glowing and just like kind of just like shimmering real quick, and Solgaleo's mane shimmering as well. This time you got to see the actual graphics and whatnot of them continuing their attack and pretty much finishing off the opponents. Like Solgaleo finished off the Salamence after trying to intimidate, full metal body activated, rendering it useless, and then going for a Sunsteel strike, OHKOing the Salamence, as well as Lunala bodying the Gengar, which was kind of crazy because I know if you guys know Nappy, the King Nappy, he was a little, he was just like, what the heck, why you gotta body Gengar though? I was just like, oh man, Lunala is she's just freaking powerful for no reason. It's ridiculous. Lunala is too powerful. Like I just love the power that they both have. Like it's so cool. No, keep in mind they had Solgaleo and Lunala respectively active during their times. Like Solgaleo was using his Sunsteel strike during the morning time or during the daytime in that game, that gameplay we just saw, and Lunala was using its signature move as well during the nighttime. So it was funny that they did that. I wonder if that has some sort of bearing on their moves in some sense. I wonder if like it's daytime or nighttime will their move be increased. I think that's a little too technical for Pokemon in terms of competitive battling as well, because I don't think we're gonna be able to use these legendaries. If you're playing by Smogon's rules, you're not gonna be able to use these because they're like, you know, Ubers and whatnot. And these two are looking really powerful. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing any movement of the mic, but yeah, it's gonna be great. This game is turning out to be already like the hype train for it. The hype train that's coming along, it's slowly building up, but I'm enjoying it right now because the hype is well worth. I feel like this game is gonna be worth the hype. Like Pokemon X and Y, I say the hype was friggin' worth it because I was really hyped for the game. I was stoked. Same thing with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I was stoked for X and Y because it was all new, brand new. But when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out and was coming back, I was super stoked. So anyway, my first check out like button, like in a friend broke the story, do whatever you want to. Just don't hit the dislike button because I'm really sad if you do. But with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Bye, and thank thanks for watching. Peace.